Hi everyone, welcome to our very brand new channel. This is our very first episode, and I'm Sam.
I'm Erik.
And this is Louie.
And this is Georgie.
And this is Georgie. And
we're on Misty.
And we are on Misty. We are on our boat that we live on most of the time. And we wanted to start this channel for a really long time because people tell us, and we are painfully aware, that we kind of have a very crazy lifestyle. It definitely would fit into the category of alternative living. And we wanted to share that experience with you. Oh, the phones are starting to ring. So I think it's appropriate that we are filming this on July 4th because, sorry, we'll just let the phone stop ringing. There we go. That's Erik's mom calling. And it's July 4th, and it's a really crazy time in the world, and it's a really crazy time in America. Don't know if any of you have heard that, but there's some crazy things going down in America. And Erik and I feel like the way that we live our lifestyle, we feel like there's other people out there who are really curious about what it's like to live on a boat. And I get the sense that just from seeing other people's videos and talking to people, people are really moving towards doing things differently, wanting to reshape their lives, wanting to live in a different way, maybe live more on their own terms. And while Erik and I have a lot of responsibilities, we also have a lot of freedom.
Yeah, and I guess it involves we are very busy in our lifestyle and what we do for work and stuff. And sometimes living on the boat makes it a little bit more challenging. Like today we're doing a laundry day amongst every bunch of other things that we have to take care of today on our Sunday. But
and tell them what you do.
At the end of the day, we enjoy having the ability to live our water life, and the dogs do too. And Louie here has actually spent more of his life on boats than on land.
That's true. Louie's 4 years old, and a boat is the first home he ever lived in.
And we have something, we've actually gotten another boat, and I don't think Louie's that happy about it. He loves this little ship.
Yes, so we have been... 2024 was a very, very crazy year for us. My mother died, which was a huge, loss. Her leaving the earthly plane and her moving on to her next journey. So that's been a really big adjustment for us as a family. And then on the final day of the year, our beloved dog Nordic, he passed away. He had cancer, and he died in my arms New Year's Eve morning, and that was a really intense experience and something we'll talk about more. But I say this because it has so many feelings. We've suffered a lot of loss, but we really have gone through a lot of change, and we're going through a lot of changes, and it feels like the changes are happening so fast. And even though there's been sadness, I feel like we're on the cusp of starting a whole new chapter. Something is happening in our lives, and it's hard to describe it because I don't exactly know what that is. It's still in the future, but we're going through this big change phase, and it's no wonder. The world is changing quickly, the country's changing quickly, people's lives are changing, and we really felt like this was the perfect time to finally start this channel and start sharing some of that journey with you. Maybe you're in the same place. Maybe you're feeling like lost, or your life is changing, or you want change. and it just seemed like a really good time to start sharing. What do you think?
Yep. Yes. And it's, I guess a lot of what we do is a lifestyle. So it's a lifestyle we've chosen. And
yeah, it's definitely a lifestyle we've chosen.
and the things that's happened to us has made us appreciate our lifestyle even more so. And we feel like those are old the people in our lives, the animals in our lives, have helped us progress to where we are now and make the decisions that we've made. And they're looking out for us one way or another.
Yeah, we definitely feel like Nordic, our lab, has been guiding us through this next place in our journey together. One of the things, the other big change that happened that's pretty exciting is we have been in search of a new boat for about a year. And, honey, tell them what you do.
Well, I'm a boat builder. So I cut down a tree, and 8 months later I can make a boat that you can navigate in one way or another.
Yeah.
And boat builder, engineer, sailor, but chose this boat building craft life. Was taught it by my father, and it's very purist and very wholesome. But it's not no way you're gonna get rich doing it, but you can have a lot of great experiences. And whenever at the end of every day, I get to look back and hopefully look at something and be like, it's a lot better than it was before, and create something. And there's a lot of imagination in it. It's not like a car, working on a car where you have to fix it in one way. I get to use a lot of imagination in how I create, but it's still functional. It still has to sail and perform, but I get to use some creativity in the way I design, rebuild, build, and it's definitely gratifying that at the end of the day I've produced something. And then sometimes I'm really cranky and like, this sucks so much, especially since it's very seasonal. Like, I mean, summer's only 6 months up here, so it can be a lot going on at once. And at the end of the day, it can be very gratifying when I meet my customers and they're so happy. One of my customers just bought a new boat, and we did some work to it. I did a lot of work. It wasn't a new boat. It was a new to him. Sorry. I did a lot of work to it. And I was at the yacht club, and I saw him walking on the yacht club with trophies in his hands. And he's only had the boat for 3 weeks in the water.
So he's happy.
I told him it was a good boat, and I like the work I liked what I was able to do, and I think it's a good boat. And then 12 hours later, he wins first place. So.
But there's also been like a lot of frustration with Erik's work. I'll get into what I do later. But I think Erik wants more freedom. Honey, I don't mean to speak for you, but in the like crankiness, it's like, I don't know. I feel like we have these dreams that we want to achieve. We'd like to go sailing extensively. We want to go cruising down to the Bahamas and maybe to Europe, and that's going to require more job freedom and also more financial freedom. And that's something that we struggle with. Like, we live a very stripped down life, and we're really, really lucky because we don't need quite as much money as some people do. But things are getting more and more expensive, and it can feel kind of scary. It can feel like, oh my God, it can feel insecure, for me at least. And we embarked on this journey to get a new boat, but we were not going to drop like 200. Sailboats are expensive. What did they say? sailing is the most expensive way to travel for free. So, and we got a new boat, and that's another thing that we really are excited to share with you, is that we embarked on this whole journey or whatever program of finding a boat, and we bought it salvaged at auction for a fraction of actually what it costs. And that's something we really want to share with you in later episodes. And Erik, being a boat builder, yes, he has access and skills that allow us to even entertain doing something like that. But in our whole experience of searching for a boat and getting it at this alternative way for a much better price, we realized that there's ways for other people to do this. Even if you're not in the industry, you don't have to be a boat builder. You don't have to know how to build a boat from a tree you chop down with your bare hands like this fella. So that's something we really want to share with people, because we joke around, and I guess there's a little truth in jest, that we have this thing where we're like, if the shit really starts to go down, we like grab our bags, jump on our boat, and we are out of here. So I guess part of the feeling insecure, or feeling like we want more security or more control, really, or to control the things that we can control in our lives, is like, I mean, the boat is kind of like a little bit of an escape plan if we need it, right, honey?
Yeah.
And yeah, so those are a few of the things we want to share with you. We also want to just share our wildlife living on the North Fork of Long Island. We live in a shipyard, and that is something we are definitely going to be showing you more of. And you can see behind us is a working shipyard. This is one of the last shipyards, let's see through the window here, on the East Coast. And it's an actual working shipyard, and this is where Erik's yard is, shop is, and this is where a lot of the work gets done, and we are privileged enough to be able to keep our boat here. So anyway, I guess that's really it. We are excited to share our world with you, and we really hope that you, if you're dreaming of a different lifestyle, and if you're curious about boat life and what it's like being on the water, then this is something that might resonate with you, and we're excited to take the journey with you.
Yeah. And we're gonna go for a boat ride in a minute.
That's right. We're gonna leave this boat and get in another boat, and we're going to Shelter Island, which is a place that we're gonna go visit Erik's family. So anyway, it's really hot here. Happy 4th of July. I know the 4th of July has a lot of different meanings now. It kind of doesn't feel like a celebratory time, but it does feel more important than ever to be fighting for your own freedoms and your own dreams and desires, to be living life the way you really want to live it. And that's what we're trying to do, and that's what we want for all of you who might find us on here and start watching this channel. So have a great day, and we will see you soon. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you.